I'm going to show you absolutely everything you need to know about rearing, breeding, selling, buying pigs in Farming Simulator 2025. If this is a helpful video for you, please do click that subscribe button below, as it really helps support the channel so I can do more guides like the one you're watching now. And I do cover all of the latest games. So the first thing we need to do is actually buy somewhere for our pigs to live. To do that, we're going to go into our build menu. On PC, that is Shift and P. On console, it's whatever it is as your keybind. So, under here in the build menu, we go to the cow icon and press these arrows over to pigs. And we've got a few options here. So, if we look at the pig pasture first, which is the cheapest option for 20,000, this is a much more basic one, and I really wouldn't recommend it, even though it's cheaper. Why do I not recommend it? Well, firstly, if we go over to the food needed, you can see here water is on there, whereas if we look at the housed options, you will see there is no water requirement. And that is because the water is actually built in to the premises already. So that's one less thing for you to do. Let's say I'm going to buy, I don't need some crazy big one, that's just silly. Let's say I'm going to buy this one. I think this one's quite nice. That's going to be my pig pen. And I'm going to place it here. Do you want to customize the fence for pigsty? You can say yes, and it will let you manually place the fence if you want. Or you could just place it and let them decide for that. And there we go. We have placed the home for our pig. Now, one other thing I want to mention is that they can actually produce manure and slurry, which are two items that you can sell. You could do more with them, but we're not. That's not for this tutorial. This is more for how to do the pigs. However, if you use a pigsty like here, the cheap version, you also won't get those materials. So again, you're going to get a lot more produce, etc., from your pigs if you use a housed variant. Cool. Now we've done that. The next thing is actually buying the pigs. You can do this in two ways. You can go to the town and see an animal dealer. For example, if you want to see what an animal dealer looks like, it's this little kind of like deer head and a feeding hand icon, as you can see here, animal dealer. Or, once you've placed the home, you can actually just go straight up to it. And this little paw print icon, you can go up to here, and you can see here, pigs, and I can buy pigs. There are 3 different species: the German Landrace, Bentheim Black Pied, and the Berkshire pigs. And if you're thinking, why is this one more expensive? You can buy them as children, or 0 months old or 3 months old. A 3-month-old one is just older, obviously. The gestation period is 4 months and puberty is 6 months, meaning these ones will breed quicker because they are older. Pigs can be sold for profit. They eat nearly anything. You can feed them corn, wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers, soybeans, potatoes, sorghum, and sugar beets. They additionally require water. Like I said, if you do get a housed building, you don't need to do the water. It's built in. You can pick them up with a transport trailer. I wouldn't recommend it unless you really want to role play. It would be fun, but it's a lot of money that you don't need to spend. Or for 40 euros each, you can just have them delivered for you. And here, obviously I can't click the arrows because I've only got one pigsty, but it's showing I can have 110 pigs in this one. So I can just say, I'd like to buy 4 pigs, purchase, done, and they will be automatically transported. Oh, look, they're so small. They will be automatically transported into the pigsty. I did forget to mention one thing. This 20,000 one, you can see here it can have up to 36 pigs, 50 pigs, 25, 109, or 275 pigs. I would only buy a few and then just let them grow up and breed, and then sell all of the offspring for a profit kind of every now and then. That would be the best way to make them profitable. How do they breed? Well, we need to keep them healthy. If we go onto here again and press R, is this what you want to do? No, we don't want to go to the dealer. We want to actually see about them. Yeah, so if we hover over here, on the bottom right-hand side, you can see it says animals. There's 4 of them. There's no straw, no meadow, no slurry, and no food. So, health is also at 0%. How do we keep them healthy? Well, you just basically give them their needs, which is going to be straw, food, and water. The water is taken care of with the building we've already got here, so we just need to provide some straw, which will provide the slurry and manure and food. Food keeps them obviously healthy. Providing straw will mean that they will then produce slurry and manure for you. And you can spread that manure over your fields to fertilize them, I believe. So, how do we get food? Well, like I said, you can use a variety of crops that you've grown yourself. And all you need to do is... so this is where you would get your slurry and manure, by the way. You could just drive up here and collect it from this into your trailer or whatever you're using. And then to feed them, is this one I think this one is the manure. Yeah, this one is the manure, and it can just go straight into your manure machine. Or the other way around. It's one or the other. And then, and then here is where you put the food. My apologies. This is where you put the food for them. So what I would recommend doing is just going to the shop and buying pig feed. It's much, much easier. And what you're going to need is a tractor with a front loader. What is a front loader? Well, that is this orange bit on the front of my tractor. And then you buy one of these front loading attachments. You just drive up and attach it. And then you're going to need a sort of spike or a hook or something like this to actually pick up the hay and transport it with, like you can see here, to put it to where I showed the food icon. If I show you in the shop, if I go to tractors, these tractors here, can you see this one? It says this tractor can also attach a front loader, whereas this one doesn't. Let's say this one can. When you buy the tractor, you must actually tick here, front loader attacher, which is this bit, to be able to get the front loader on. And then you need to buy a front loader like these. It's under the front loaders, under loaders. You can also just buy a little front loading vehicle, but I find them a bit weak. They're a bit flimsy. They can't carry much. And then you need a front loader tool where you'll need a bale spike or the bale king to do your bales for your hay, which you need to give at the food stop. And then you'll also need a bag lifter like these, and these can lift bags. And I think, where is one? I've got a bag lifter. I'll show you with the chickens because I've already got it set up, but it's the same premise. You drop the bag of feed at that kind of like trough icon, and I'll show you it again, but with my chickens. Here it is. So there's these hooks on here, and you basically aim it down and pick up the bag. So this is chicken feed, and here's the trough icon. Same one as with the pigs, just outside the silo, you literally dump the food, and they will automatically, this chicken feed, well, or pig feed in this case, will automatically go into the silo just sat there. And once it disappears, they've eaten it all. And when I go up here, you can see health 30%, food 74 litres. And, oh my God, there's a lot of chickens in here. Gosh, they breed quite fast. I didn't buy those chickens. Yeah, so if I just show you on here, this is the flimsy version. Oh, it is. So when you go up to it, you can do it like this. And then you see it says attach tall wheat. And I press Q to attach it. And then you can just lift it. But look how flimsy this tractor is with just one bag. And this is meant to be a front-loading vehicle. Oh my gosh! It's all coming out! Oh, this is really good. Do you know what, guys? I didn't even know you could do it like that. You can actually empty the whole bag, just like I just showed you. Oh, that's even better. So yeah, just bring the pig feed. Oh, I guess I didn't want that. Bring the pig feed here. And now it says that there's 993 litres of food in here. So you can actually just do it like that, in fact. But obviously in front of the pig one. To buy the pig feed, rather than doing all the different vegetables yourself, unless you really want to, you would go into Objects, Big Bags, and you can see it says here, Pig Food. And that will do, it's €1,000, and that's 1,000 litres of pig food. So just hold it up outside the silo icon. And it's the same with the hay bales that you will be spiking. You'll also put those there, and the pigs will automatically take them. And then from the other silo that I showed you, the kind of like shower head, that's where your manure, etc., will come out into your machines. So there is a specific machine for it. Where is it? Animals. It's not forage mixers. These are for cows. I'm looking for like a manure. There's a manure spreader. Oh, here we go, look. Slurry tanks. Slurry tanks are used to fertilise the field with slurry. And you can see here, this is the same icon you get outside your pig trough. So the pigs are actually going to give you, fertiliser. So you get the slurry tank, but then you can also get like a slurry tool, which actually goes on top of it to actually then spread it. And then we've got manure spreaders here. Manure spreaders improve the harvest of your fields again. So you can use that basically from this thing here. This is where it's going to come out into your machines for you. You can probably store the vehicle in here, even, in fact. In here, it will come out into your machine. See? And that'll be made passively if you give them straw. And that's where you put the food, same as we just showed you with the chickens as an example. So what you can then do, if you want to sell them, you can obviously buy them with this icon. This icon here, you can sell them. And when I'm saying buy pig feed, don't do it yourself unless you really want to. You are going to actually have to give them different types of food to keep them happy. So base food, grain, protein, and root crops. And I did write it down. Yes, the optimum feed for the base food would be maize or sorghum. Now, when you drop the bags, it will automatically mix it to the right percentages, like the 50% here. And then the 25% grain is wheat or barley. Protein is going to be soya beans, rapeseed or sunflower seed. And then you can put for root crops, potatoes or sugar beets. So you'd have to actually drop all of those different foods into the grain silo like I just showed you individually. So it's quite a lot of different foods that you'd have to be growing to keep the pigs happy. Or you could do what I showed you and just buy a pre-mixed bag of pig feed, which is a lot simpler. And that is everything you need to know about pigs in Farming Simulator 25. Again, if this was helpful, please click that subscribe button below and check out the playlist you now see on screen for my other Farming Simulator 25 tutorials.